Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome all to the Stephen Oval tonight for the oldest derby of them all, Hamilton's against Villagers. And I'm joined by my fellow commentator, Adrian Kay. Good evening, Adrian.
Good evening, Nick. What an occasion, yeah. The big annual derby between Hammies and Villagers. And what an exciting couple of matches we have in prospect.
Yes, although this year we've got a little bit of a spiciness added to the contest, which should be riveting for all and sundry here tonight.
Yes, Villagers certainly up and coming. They've been very successful in their last handful of outings. So we look forward to an incredible spectacle here tonight.
Just quickly running through the Hamilton's team list, we have Reed at fullback, Gosman at the first wing, Ali at the second wing, Habs at outside centre, Meiring at inside centre, Zitzman at number 10, Jonkent at scrummy, Gordon at 8. The seventh is Machete, Mpupa at 6. The lock combination, Ntila and Tame, Nivout, Moses and Van Eerden complete the front row.
Yes, Nick, and the Villagers will, the second team will line up with Alvin Magwaza at loosehead, Takir Ray hooker, and Marvin Yaz completes the front row. Lichle Kula and Muhammad Basha, they're the second row, the lock combination. Simpiwe, Makuba, Dwayne van Vieren, and Heath Jacobs complete the back row as we about to kick off.
Caught there by Hammies. A good starting run here in the opening seconds of this game. Jonkent onto his flanker. Good clean out there. Going wide to Zitzman, who distributes it back into the midfield. Conditions currently perfect for Friday night rugby. Not a breath of wind in sight. And the crew and myself tonight are so excited to be bringing you the action. Hammies now not really creeping forward. Just going around in circles here. Villagers' defense looks very well organized going on in these opening stages.
Yes, it's a little bit wet underfoot, Nick. A little bit of dew on the ground right now after that under-20 game, which was won comprehensively by Hamilton's. So it's going to be interesting to see the tactics employed by the teams on show tonight. Perhaps we can expect quite a lot of scrums, a few handling errors, as we prepare for the first scrum.
Yeah, also take into effect the lights. You expect a few high up and unders this evening to really test the defending catcher. As Josh Versace puts the ball in, and a mighty scrum there for Hamilton's, and they've one heel against their head. Going wide to Zitzman, who decides to go on him by himself there. Now Jonkent distributing it, but it's been lost forward now. Villagers looking now to counter. He decides to go alone, darting up the midfield. Going wide onto the replacement prop, number 17. Going blindside. Villagers on the attack now. He gets it off onto the winger. He goes down onto the line. Does well, but is eventually taken out into touch.
Yeah, a couple of handling errors from Hammies. Certainly unsettling their start to this game. Villagers had a great opportunity on the right-hand side there, but unfortunately they couldn't capitalize. And now Nande Moses can feed the first line out of this game.
As Villagers take the possession, but offside according to the ref. So Hammy's first penalty line out of the game.
Yes, Christian Zitzman will look to find touch here. Bit of a scrappy start here in the second team game by Hammies. He doesn't find many meters, but the safety of the touchline, Nick, this could already shaping up to be quite a cagey and close affair here in the second team between these two famous clubs.
Yeah, as we saw in the first scrum there, Hammies with a massive push. Let's see what they do here off the driving maul. They choose to play it out as they set up their pod play now. Running hard. Hammies now sensing something. Zitzman on the outside, but he carries it by himself. Zitzman's found gap. Oh, and he's running. Hammies on the way there, and he gets taken out. Great cover defense there from the Villagers. Hamilton's with the momentum now.
Yes, great break by Christian Zitzman, and a fantastic offload to it looked like it was the right wing Dimitri Gossman, and he's got plenty of pace. Unfortunately, once again a handling error. So here's a scrum just outside the 22. We saw Hammies with a tight head just a few minutes ago. It looks like Villagers actually knocked that one on the contest at the breakdown. So Dylan Jonkent will feed the scrum, Nick.
Referee just having a chat to both front rows there, just exerting his authority and just hoping that they get it right so we have a nice smooth contest instead of breaking up every 30 seconds for a reset.
Great attacking opportunity just outside the 22, middle of the field. Hammies have both sides to play. It'll be interesting to see which side Zitzman chooses to go.
Another big push there from Hammies, gaining good ground here. Just looking to keep it in the driving scrum there. Just eating meter by meter, grinding hard, and they keep going. Oh, they're going to be on for an attacking try here. Oh, is he over the line? And he's adjudged to have lost it, but the ref's going to give them a penalty.
Yes, Lyndon Gordon will be asking himself how he didn't manage to dive over for a try there. Perhaps indicative, Nick, of the slippery conditions. Hammy's opting for another scrum with that penalty advantage.
Without any hesitation, I might add.
Yes, I think it's going to be a long night of scrums for Villagers here tonight. And already that phase of play hugely problematic for the Dirty Whites.
Just expect that big driving thrust from the Hammies pack there. Well, we're having a real feast of rugby here tonight. The under-20s with Hammies prevailing to the second team game and later the main event, Hamilton's versus Villagers first sides. As Hammies have got the ball now at the base of their the driving scrum. Ball's out. Villagers putting Hammies under pressure there, and they've seemed to have regathered for a turnover. Going wide now, Villagers. Villagers from their own 22. The little hack forward. Onto Gossman. Gossman now with options. Going by himself. Breaks the first defender. Gets brought down by the third defender. Jonkens. Now on to Moses. Oh, just evading the hands of Christian Zeitzman, the fly off there for Hammies. Now Jonkens going wide, spreading it like butter. Ali with the ball there. Jonkens now at the base of the ruck. Going on to Machete. Jonkens now spreads it to his prop. Hammies is trying to grind away this Villagers defense, but we have a turnover. Villagers now with the ball in hand. Ref coming back for the penalty.
It's great contesting there at the breakdown, Nick, by Villagers. This was a very close game in the derby towards the end of March. I believe from memory it was 17-10 to Hammies. So we can expect a very close contest here between the two second teams. Villagers putting up a spirited fight at the moment.
Oh, they're just running at the line so nicely here, gaining good meters. Ref happy to allow play to continue. Gordon there, the 8th man. Jonkens now going blindside. Doesn't go to hand. Maputa having to do the cleanup work there.
The penalty comes for a high tackle. Certainly so far, Hammies have been the team in the ascendancy. 10 minutes or so gone, but nothing to show for it in terms of points. As Christian Zitzman looks to find the touchline here.
As he takes play up into the Villagers 22. Hammies now with a great base in which to form an attacking structure here.
Yes, Nick, it's Friday Night Lights. The crowd is out here. Fantastic crowd assembled here for this derby. One of the probably the most anticipated derbies between Hammies and Villagers for many a year. As Villagers are in the ascendancy, they've certainly beefed up their ranks. And it's Nande Moses. He's going to feed at the line out.
As Villagers intercept that line out. Box kick there from the scrummy. And Villagers now playing with the advantage.
Well, here's trouble if Villagers can move this one wide. They opt for the pick and drive.
And we'll come back for that knock. As the action takes place right under our noses here on this look in the commentary box.
Yes, I think, Nick, look, I must say in the first 12 minutes or so, very clear that this is not going to be a night for wide expanse of rugby. It's certainly been very difficult for either team to move the ball into space. So quite possibly the team that succeeds in controlling the amount of errors may well come away with the points here.
Just as one of the players just gets attended to. Tonight on this lovely midwinter's evening here at the Stephen Oval. Must be a crowd of well over 500 people.
Inside and outside. Quite a number of them packing inside the restaurant here. And a very spirited and happy crowd to our left in the stands. What an occasion.
Yes, Hamilton's this week has definitely been the epicenter of the rugby world, with the Welsh side having numerous trainings here, to the SA under 20, or the SA school sides coming to play their matches here tomorrow. And obviously the big game of them all, the Springboks against the Welsh at Cape Town Stadium.
Well, what a feast of rugby we're in for from tonight all the way through to tomorrow evening. The small matter of deciding test matches, Nick, between Ireland and the All Blacks, England and Australia, Scotland and Argentina, and then of course the big one we're all looking forward to, the Welsh team on tour in South Africa and the deciding test at the Cape Town Stadium.
Now as Josh Versace puts the ball in, massive push there from the Hammies pack. Great forward domination there. And Jonken darts by himself. As Hammy sets up their ruck now, just playing the pick and drive game here. It's one of those nights for pick and driving, Adrian.
Well, certainly, I think that the team that controls the ball the best is likely to come away with the points here. Very slippery, very wet underfoot. There's been a lot of rain as Christian Zitzman breaks the line. Terrible high tackle there. Zitzman continues. Oh, this has surely got to be a yellow card. That was a shocking tackle. I think it was by number 7. Could be Dwayne van Vieren or Simpiwe Makuba is in big trouble. The referee doesn't seem to have adjudged a penalty for high tackle there, Nick. Very, very strange call.
Just don't know what the...
I'm a little bit at a loss for words there, Nick.
I just don't know what to say myself.
Well, nonetheless, it's a scrum in the middle of the field, just outside the 22 for Hamiltons. They've opted once again for a scrum. And Villagers have certainly been under tremendous pressure in that phase of play. And one of the reasons why they've been camped in their own half here. Nothing to show for it yet. 0-0 after about just under 16 minutes.
Yeah, I would say definitely test match feel rugby going on, where you're going to have to work for your points. As Jonken puts it in, and Hammies now with another strong driving push up there in the middle of the field.
Hammies have penalty advantage as Dimitri Gossman breaks away with the ball.
Now as Hammies got a blind. And the yells and the screams of our general manager, Derek Lichtenstein, run around the grounds.
Echoing around the ground, Nick.
Going wide now here, Zitzman with a skip pass. Doesn't go to hand. And it's gone forward. But I think Hammies are going to be licking their lips here with the way they've been handling the Villagers scrums.
Well, I think Hammies will definitely be wondering where the penalty advantage was from that scrum. As it is, it's yet another scrum. It seems like it's a night for building scoreboard pressure, Nick. Building an innings will certainly be on the menu for either team that seeks to win this game.
Yeah, I think in this scrum we definitely be looking at young Nivot, the number 3 for Hammies. He's going to put a big shove on here as the referee sets up the scrum. We're just waiting for young Josh Versace to put it in which he duly does.
Much better scrum for Villagers as they break away.
Under severe pressure though. Josh Versace now giving it onto his front row. He gets driven back. Hammies with all the moral victories in this opening stanza. And they go high. And he's done well there. Ali, but now it was an unnecessary pass there. He didn't have to do that. He could have gone by himself, the young man.
Yes, Hammies have been scrappy in these first 18 minutes. They've had tremendous territorial and possession dominance. And now Villagers, through the box kick that was mishandled by Reed, have a chance in the Hammies half. It's been very slippery underfoot. A lot of rain, and in spite of the drainage system here.
Well, also to mention the traffic that this field's been put through over this past, couple weeks. As the ball gets put in by Josh Versace, and Hamilton's with another steaming drive there. Going down the blind side, doesn't go to hand. A common feature of tonight. As the first bit of argy-bargy for the evening starts to erupt, 140 odd years of history there.
Yes, well, the Villagers scrum completely disintegrating there. Hamiltons will be wondering how it was they didn't get a penalty in that scrum. I'm afraid to say there have been some questionable decisions so far in the 19 minutes of this game. And that was yet another one. Hammies with absolute dominance in the scrum. The Villagers scrum completely disintegrating, and no penalty afforded by the referee.
As we wait on the scrum to set, and then Josh Versace to put the ball in. Just be interesting to look at those binds. And the ref not happy, and he brings up the scrum. Having a good word here to the Villagers front rows.
Reese van Eerden, Nande Moses and Roo Nieuwoud have had a field day so far without always getting the rewards from the official in charge. This scrum will take place just about on halfway. 5 meters in from the touchline as Versace feeds.
Another big, massive scrum there from Hammies, although Villagers now are able to get the ball out in possession size. He goes into the pocket, kicks it across the field. Now, as Hammies come up, the quick stepper working his magic there. And the penalty advantage now for Hammies as Jonkent passes on to his flanker. He just absolutely barged the play out the way. What do Hammies decide to do here?
Yes, it looks like they'll try and set up another line out by the looks of things. The line outs have not been going well for Hammies in this game. A complete contrast to the scrums as Zitzman finds touch just inside the Villagers half.
And just like that, 20 minutes has gone before our eyes.
20 minutes have passed. It seems like there's going to be a replacement here. It's number 21 for Villagers.
As they go to the back now.
Roo Nieuwoud carries strongly at the back. Not sure whether that was particularly planned. And Meyering carries beautifully.
Jonkent going on to Machete. Jonkent who finds Meyering. Meyering with a strong carry up towards the 22. Going now down the line, he just has to pass. He goes alone. As the coaching staff there shouting patience.
Wally Smith, the backline coach, having quite a lot of advice for his team. And I'm afraid to say, yet another bemusing decision by the referee. Hammy's certainly going forward in that ruck. And the referee has awarded the scrum to Villagers, Nick.
Well, between the both of us and the few hundreds here today, ref's missing a good game.
Now, the less said, the better so far, Nick. Seems like the referee has now reversed his decision. That scrum will go to Hammies, rightly so. They were going forward in that unplayable ruck as Jonkens feeds the ruck. Another massive scrum by Hammies.
As Gordon peels off and he charges for the line. Hammy's now setting up the attacking play. And he drives forward. They are very close. Held up. And it's been held up there on the Villagers line. Ref will be coming back for the penalty.
Yes, I feel at times the referees are not brave enough to give penalties at the scrum for dominant scrum. And luckily this time he has, as Machete carries towards the line.
As he's over the line again, held up for the second time in just as many minutes.
Right, Hammies with a really good attacking opportunity. They've had absolute dominance in the scrum. Roo Nieuwoud and Reese van Eerden have had a field day. They've absolutely dominated proceedings so far in a game of multiple scrums. The score, though, is still 0-0, and there's a lot of spirit in the Villagers' defensive effort so far today. But one would think that this is a clear and obvious try-scoring opportunity for Hammies, Nick.
Jonken puts in. And as Hammies now geared towards the line. Just driving forward, inch by inch. When do they decide to strike? But now Villagers have come with the ball. What a turnover it was. Villagers now with the opportunity to execute their exit plan here. As it's just bodies all over the place there. And Josh Versace with the box kick.
Well, great clearance by Josh Versace. The referee goes back for the penalty. Another dominant Hammy scrum and no penalty accruing from it.
I must say, it's an absolute spectacle here tonight under the lights. The camera is really getting in some good angles here as we just pan out. Real show for rugby as the ball comes towards us here in the commentary box.
Yes, Hammies will be frustrated with the first 27 minutes of this game. They've had so much dominance. No points to show for it at the moment. As it looks like it's going to be Takir Bay. He's going to feed the line out here. Just outside his own 22.
He finds a bank jumper, but unfortunately skew throw there. Villagers cannot afford those type of errors. Attacking Hammy scrum here on the 22, which they've been absolutely rollicking since the game has started. It's a great opportunity here now.
Yes, I think Hammy should perhaps look at that combination now of Zitzman and Meyering to try and penetrate this Villagers' defense. They've certainly tried their best to get what they could from the scrum and not always been afforded the rewards that they deserved as Jonkent feeds the scrum.
As Hammies are unleash their back line. Zitzman onto his outside centre who just keeps going, but now it's turnover there for Villagers. Hammy's now guilty of absolutely schoolboy mistakes there. Oh, and he's knocked it on in such a great position for Villagers. And now going over the top penalty. Now Villagers should be looking to get some points here. Open up the account.
Yes, Hammy's their own worst enemies so far in this half, as Villagers look to put some points on the board. They've hardly had a hand on the ball in this game, Nick, and they may very well be in a position to take the lead here as they line up this penalty. We have to see who's going to come forward. It might well be. It doesn't look like. It looks like Mikhail Ace, the fly-off, has left the field, and
so
that's
Adrian,
number 9. It's Fasaki. Fasaki's gonna take this attempt on goal.
Fasaki lines up, he strokes it, and it's over, and he opens up the account for the mighty Villagers. Not the most poetic game of rugby we'll see, but more hard test match style rugby.
Yes, there's certainly not been a lot of fluency in either backline and not a lot of continuity in either team so far. But Hammies, with all the dominance so far, not able to convert that into points. As Zitzman, he looks to restart again with the Villagers leading here against the run of play by 3 points to 0.
As he goes deep, gathered there from the young Siwe Makabu. Box kick. Does he find touch? No, he doesn't. Looks like Jonkind was there trying to clean up. Definitely a real grudge match out there, as Ali still is on the floor. Now, taken up there from Moses. Jonkind now. Zitzman back in the pocket. He goes for the kick. Trying to put no one there, putting the fullback under pressure. He had a whole full day to try and clean up that ball, as Zitzman uncharacteristically just knocks it on out.
Yeah, a very slippery night, and Zitzman couldn't control that kick from Muhammad Olkers. And Villagers once again in the Hammies half, with the line out just outside the 22. 3.5 minutes or so left before half time. And a few concerned faces on the bench. Coach Conrad Magira, he'll certainly be asking himself how his team have not come away with multiple tries so far.
As we got just under 3 minutes 15 seconds to go until the halftime break.
It's Takir Ray. He's going to feed the line out here for Villagers just outside the Hammies 22. Villagers with another opportunity as they lose that one forward in the line out.
Nande Moses now, who goes to ground with the ball. And I think he's lost it forward. No, it's the penalty advantage. Holding on. Now as Villagers dart towards the line, they're going to try and open up a bigger lead here. That's definitely their aim. With a pick and drive. Villagers just badgering this Hammies line here now. Hammy's going to have to do well here to hold out. As they go short, just under the poles, short of the line. And the ref will come back for the penalty lost forward. Villagers going wide now for the corner. Oh, great cross tackling there from Hammies to shut out that try.
Well, that was a close call. Villagers opting to take the quick tap, playing to the blind side, and great cover defense there by Reed, the fullback. As Nande Moses, he feeds the line out just 5 meters from the line. Crucial times this, Nick, just before half time.
Interesting that Hammies have gone short. Quite a high risk maneuver that on their line.
And unfortunately, it looked like Nande Moses put a foot in touch.
Oh, another costly error there.
And Villagers will have the last opportunity, it looks, to extend their lead. It's been a very unlikely scoreline at the moment. So far, it's been dominance by Hammies, but not a lot of precision in terms of scoring points. They've had certainly the lion's share of possession and territory, but Villagers have grown through the game. They've certainly shown a tremendous amount of spirit as they come away with it here.
Now Villagers plying away. Getting really agricultural over there.
Certainly a night for pick and drives, Nick. Here they go again.
Oh, and the big boys on it. Going wide again onto the flanking. He just goes in straight for that line. Now going wide. The scrummy onto the outside centre, to the wing, to the fullback, and he gets... Oh, he got a big hit there. Welcome to Hamilton's, young man.
Well, Hammy's managing to scramble in defence there. They come they let off the hook there by Villagers, and they survive that onslaught towards the end. Half time in the second team game here at the Stephen Oval. Villagers against the run of play, leading by 3 points to 0. A penalty. About 8 minutes from half time. And Villagers will certainly be the happy of the two teams. They've weathered a storm here in the scrum, and on defense the high fives are flying. Nick, I think their belief that they can win this game will certainly be high after that first 35 minutes.
And we've got young Carla here with us. Young Carla, what are your thoughts on tonight's beautiful evening of rugby?
What a game, what a game, what a game. If you guys aren't here, you have to make it down for our next game because the atmosphere is amazing.
Just hearing from one of the members of the crowd, Carla. She's having a great time here with the kids. What a spectacle it is. Friday night lights here at the Stephen Oval, Nick.
Fun for the whole family. As the coaches just have their important team talks. And we will cut for the halftime show. As Zeitzman now looks to get us underway for the second half. Hammy's here just trying to firstly get the lead back. And he's been tackled out. So nice attacking line out for Hamilton's here in the Villagers half. As Moses now throws in, he's going to try and look to find one of his jumpers in Tame or Ntila. Moses goes and he finds Tame. And there's a big drive now from Hammies. Continuing where they left off in the first half. And now referee has ruled truck and trailer obstruction there. Hammy's had a good base there to work with, and now all that hard work been undone with that needless penalty. As Josh Versace finds the safety of touch, and he brings play up very close to the halfway line. Now Villagers with an attacking line out here. And they win the ball off the line out there as the Villagers back line gets unleashed, but knock on. Welcome back there, young Adrian.
Yes, it was a rather short half-time break, Nick.
Not enough to finish your ciggy.
It was actually a call of nature. Unfortunately, the referee missed a knock on the line out there by Hammies, and fortuitously they have the feed in the scrum by the looks of things. Caleb Lowe is on. He's on for Dylan Jonkent. Certainly, Coach Conrad McGear has brought on Caleb Lowe to bring a lift in energy, Nick.
Yeah, the former Puck students. Definitely to breathe some life and flares. He sets off Mayring, who barges down the line. Gets tackled up there by the 22. Caleb Lowe now with the quick pass.
Oh.
You can notice the difference young Caleb Lowe has made since stepping onto the park. Caleb Lowe again, who opens up for Zitzman. Hammies now breathing down Villagers' necks.
Oh.
Moses with a strong carry towards the line. Caleb Lowe now.
Tato Machete looks in a lot of discomfort there in the middle of the field.
As the Hammies attacking line drives and he gets the try. The opening try of the night goes to young Hamiltons.
It looks like Rune Nivo who got up with the ball there in jersey number 3. Great impact by Caleb Lowe. He's brought some speed to the Hammies attack. And Hamilton's rewarded for all their dominance in the first half as they get the first 5-pointer of the game, Nick.
Yes, young Caleb Lowe really just injecting life and speed into this Hammies team. And putting the Villagers under immense pressure to finally capitulating for the try.
It's a Zitzman. He's going to look to add the extra 2 here.
Just look at that majestic background in the back there. Fantastic here, Friday night live from Hamilton's. As Zitzman adds the 2 points. No, the flag stay down.
No, they have gone up. The 2 points are awarded. I think the flag came off the pole there, Nick. I think that's what happened. As the touch judge lifted the flag, the flag left the pole, but the points are awarded.
Okay, so it's 7 points to 3 now, young Hamiltons.
It's Vasahi that's going to restart. Hammies with a bright start here in the second half. Let's see if they can continue that momentum. I certainly had a lot more energy in their play. A few harsh words maybe being spoken in the change room at halftime for Sahi.
Good, clean gather there. Mputan with the ball there. Caleb Lowe. Ooh. Caleb will be very disappointed with that pass of his. But he's up and about again with the ball in hand, and he passes down to Mputa. Mputa won't be stopped. Now Caleb Lowe digging there deep. Really now this rush attack Villagers are struggling to contend with.
Another penalty as Hammies really speed up the game. Great injection of energy by Caleb Lowe. Of course, first cut his teeth here at Hammies Jr. Nick.
Under the tutelage of Master Adrian Kay.
I believe it was Campbell McCraw. It was before my time. Christian Zitzman looks like he might be having an attempt on goal here as he calls for the kicking tee. This kick will take place around about midway between the 22 and the 10 meter line.
Absolute honor to be at this evening.
Well, Nick, all the luminaries in the bar next to us over here. I can see Dean Berry. He's come to support his Hammies team, an old Hammies legend.
Eben Tucker, Marsh Shirtliff. All the legends are here tonight.
All the legends are here. Zitzman, he's going to try and extend Hammies' lead.
And it's miss.
Just to the left by Zitzman, letting Villagers off the hook there.
Now as we wait for Villagers to come with the restart.
Lively crowd next to us, music's playing. Festive crowd, everybody watching in anticipation for that first team clash tonight, which should be an absolute humdinger.
Oh, and he's broken through, charging up towards the 22. Hammy's now on the attack. Caleb Lowe now swings it wide to Moses. Moses with another good carry. Caleb Lowe there. Onto his fullback who passes it down the line, but he goes by himself. Not releasing. Penalty Hammies.
No release in the tackle. Well, Hammies look to speed up the game. That's certainly been their weapon in this game. Even for their set-piece dominance, they've not been able to get in behind the Villagers' defense, but this time they opt for the kick to touch, and Zitzman finds touch deep inside Villagers 22.
Fantastic position now for an attacking line out here. The Hammies have got lots of options at the disposal with a driving maul or just trying to spread it wide to their exciting backs.
Well, Nande Moses will have to make sure of this one. He's struggled in the line-out. Can he find his jumper here? He finds Matt Tame in the middle of the line-out as they go for the rolling maul.
And they pick and drive towards the open side of the field. And they pick now the blind side. Caleb Lowe there getting involved. Caleb Lowe now waiting to get it out. And he gets it. He finds Van Eerden.
Penalty advantage again to Hammies.
Van Eerden now. Caleb Lowe going wide. Over the line, but
over the line. Not sure the ref was in any position to rule on that one, Nick. He was about 15 meters away.
No, he was far from interested.
Yeah, they're coming back for the penalty advantage as Nande Moses carries forward.
And Moses creeping to the line, inch by inch. Hammies now with no structure there in that attack.
Yeah, a little bit ill-disciplined there by Hammies. That certainly had to come out of the ruck. There's plenty of space out wide if they wanted to move it. But it's held up again. Spirited defense once again by Villagers. It's been a hallmark of their performance so far, and one of the reasons why they're hanging in there at 7 points to 3. Hammies with a lead, crucially. With 10 minutes gone already in this second half. The time has flown by, Nick.
No, indeed.
We have a scrum 5 meters from the line. Hammies can feed. This has been a dominant phase for Hammies in this game. What can they do here?
And he peels off the try! Try time for Hammies! He just peeled off the scrum and he had white line fever and he crashed over.
Lyndon Gordon with a great carry of the base of a dominant scrum. He crashes over for Hammy's second try. And one gets the sense there's certainly a sense of relief around the ground as that second try comes.
Yes, definitely putting daylight between the teams here.
Now Zitzman, he'll look to extend the lead to 11 points. Currently Hammy's 12, Villages 3.
We have a fantastic angle from our side to watch this kick. Couple worried faces there on the coaching staff of Villages.
Yes, I think they certainly went into...
And Zitzman has pulled that just to the left.
I think the Villagers coaching staff and players went into halftime with a great sense of belief, Nick. But the home team showing a bit of character here in the opening 12 minutes of the second half, pulling ahead by 12 points to 3 after trailing at halftime by 3 points to 0. Vusagi's going to restart us again. Here he goes. He drills it into the 22 where Lyndon Gordon, the try scorer, feeds to Caleb Lowe.
Now Villagers from their own half. Going wide. Puts it to the boot option. Caleb Lowe now, such a commanding presence since taking the field.
Seems like there's a penalty here to Villagers by the looks of things. It might have been obstruction. Still trying to work out the hand signals there, Nick. Not entirely clear, but we assume it's for obstruction. Villagers have a chance to get into Hammy's half. And Svasaki, he looks like he's going to take a shot at goal. Yes.
Really backing himself here. Although, to be fair, he has chosen the shorter side of the field. And the crowd having their thoughts on the prospect of the kicker getting this one over.
Getting involved in this one. As we're about 13 and a half minutes into the second half. Asahi, he's going to look to close that gap to 6 points here.
I don't think he has the distance. And he finds touch.
And Reed with a great touch finder. Unfortunately, the lines lady was not in position for that one, so I think the ref had to make that call. A difficult one there for the referee, but Villagers have the line out here 5 meters inside Hammy's territory. Great line out by Villagers there.
As Versace feeds his pods. And the box kick finds the fullback's feet there, but the fullback now has the ball.
Great control by Reed there. And there's a bit of a knock on there. Bit of inaccuracy there by Hammies. Not much momentum in this game, Nick. We saw some great rugby by Hammies just after half time, putting themselves in the lead, but a few scrappy errors.
It's 7:45 here on a Friday night, midwinter. Definitely the night you want to keep your hands in your pockets.
Nick, I thought you said you were going to bring us blankets here. Did you forget that?
Blankets and some hot chocolate, why not?
I believe the hot chocolate should be on its way shortly, but
I think a delicious saggy stone hot chocolate is called for.
I think you let us down there. Where were those blankets you promised to bring us? Promises. Villagers get to feed the scrum just outside the Hammies 22, 12 points to 3.
As he puts the ball in. Peeling off the base of the scrum there. And just a bit of knock-on ping-pong there from both sides.
Another handling error as the subs come streaming on. Dylan Arens, jersey 16, that looks like Moray Grobler, as well as number 17, Brandon van Rensburg. And then into the outside centre berth, young Garrick Stead.
He'll be looking for a big performance tonight, trying to impress the first team coaches.
Formerly of St. John's College, Bassanio.
St. John's a rich rugby school in South Africa. Every year they have the mighty St. John's Festival. Who can forget?
Quite a spectacle that is. The scrum disintegrates, collapses. Villagers have certainly grown in confidence in that phase. They certainly got the rub of the green with some of the decisions earlier on in this game at the scrum.
At least we can see with the Villagers' white shirts who's really been getting down and dirty and who's clean as a whistle.
Well, a few of the backs look like they've just arrived here in this game, Bassanio.
It's a good advert for Omo. Or how about some Skip Intelligent? Sport under lights. What a spectacle.
Well, there's a penalty advantage. Looks like Mikhail Kane that's come away with that. Yes, Arensa.
Caleb Lowe not really getting his passes out properly tonight. You normally associate him with strong passes. Oh. But it could be maybe just the difficulty of trying to handle the ball here. And we're coming all the way back for the Villagers penalty.
Contentious decision there. Villagers had penalty advantage. A little bit of how's your father here, Nick?
Yeah, rather well. Don't leave him out of the Christmas gift card list.
The crowd certainly starting to participate. They're part of the conversation here on the far side. Hammies and Villagers fans alike, as Villagers take it quickly. Here they go.
Acres of space for Saki going. Takes a bit to bring him down.
Great turnover by Hammies. Oh, here's a yellow card. The yellow card, it's looks like it's number 12, Nick.
21.
Is it 21? Number 21, he's got his marching orders here. He's going to spend 10 minutes in the sin bin. A little bit of advice to the referee. And great kick by Zitzman. That kick carried all the way onto the clubhouse roof. Another one of Derek's balls that's gone missing.
As this line-out takes plays right under our nose.
It's Dylan Arens is going to feed. He's just drying the ball a bit. Hammies have struggled in the line-outs. It has not been an attacking platform for them to use as Grobler takes it.
A very good line-out there. Inside to Meiring, who doesn't go to hand.
And Rivaldo Maurice, he's on at jersey number. He's on for Christian Zitzman. Rivaldo Maurice in jersey number 22. 12 points to 3. Just under 15 minutes or so left, Nick.
Until we have the major game of the night, the headline act.
What an amazing game that's going to be. Let's hope they get the hot chocolate here in time.
With the marshmallow, please.
That's not always readily available at Sagi.
And the fullback is now the scrummy.
Well, it seems like Muhammad Olkers, he's gone to scrum off.
As Josh Versace occupies the fly-off position.
Well, a huge scrum by Hammies.
Oh, brilliantly taken there from the number 19 of Villagers.
Oh.
Versace and a high hit there. Ref spot in that one.
Well, I think that was purely accidental, but
not looking good there for the play on the ground.
Nonetheless, the medic goes charging onto the field.
Young Ebby.
A little bit of concern there. He certainly ducked into that one, Nick.
And he hasn't moved much, so it's a bit of a worrying sight here.
Not very much that could have been done to avoid that tackle, I'm afraid. But it's one of the hallmarks of modern rugby. Zero tolerance on any dangerous play. That was certainly not a case of foul play, I believe, but certainly a high shot. And
so, Adrian, as the game starts to enter its final stages, who for you has been your players of the match, or players of significant impact?
Well, I think certainly the Hammy scrum has been very impressive today. I think that Caleb Lowe has brought a great amount of energy to the game. Christian Zitzman had a fantastic first half. He's now been replaced by Rivaldo Maurice. And I think it's been a scrappy game. There hasn't been a lot of continuity from either team. But I would say those two from a Hammy's perspective, I think Joshua Versace for Villagers has had a great game. And just in general, I think it's been a tale of the set piece dominance by Hammies and perhaps the breakdown dominance by Villagers, who've managed to certainly disrupt and slow down the ball and turn over the ball, the Hammies ball. Otherwise, we could have been looking at a slightly bigger lead at the moment.
As the crowd breaking into voice here. And there we go, some good news. The player getting up. So good to see. As the people start streaming into Hammies, there's quite a queue out front. Fantastic product here tonight. Put on show here by Hamilton's. Villagers setting out the attacking line out deep into Hammy's territory.
Well, time is certainly ticking by here for Villagers if they want to come away with points in this game. It's 12 points to 3 to Hammies. You feel that Villagers will have to come away with something now if they are going to pip Hammies at the death here. Beautifully taken in the line out.
As number 19 breaks away. 19 still going. Eventually brought down. Oh, massive tackle. Massive. Definitely no love lost here today.
Yes, Rivaldo Maurice, he seems to have taken a bit of a knock there. Doesn't look too good. He went in hard with his shoulder. It's a bit concerning. 12 points to 3. Hammy's in the lead. Caleb Lowe's going to feed the scrum. Inside Hammy's territory. Currently no fly off on the field. Doesn't look very good for Rivaldo Maurice, unfortunately, as he's being carried off the field. Caleb Lowe feeds.
Going on to Meyring. Meyring with a strong run. Caleb Lowe now going blindside. And another handling error. The referee definitely didn't miss that.
Well, Ashwad Reed, he was quite eager to get that on the boot or pass it. I'm not really sure, but it slipped out of his hands. And Villagers have another opportunity. Just under 8 minutes to go till full time. Hammies 12, Villagers 3. It's been a rather scrappy affair in the second team game, but Hammies have managed to pull ahead, and it's another massive scrum by Hamiltons. Here goes Lyndon Gordon.
Caleb Lowe just organising the defence there. And he goes for his box kick. Villagers setting themselves up. Villagers keep plugging away.
Running out of time here as Caleb Lowe comes away. Can he swing it wide? Oh, Garrick Stead, he gets caught in the midfield. Beautiful run by Garrick Stead.
Hammy is going blindside. Skip
me.
pass.
That was
And
a
the
bit of a
ref's
shocker.
blown for the game.
And that's full time. Certainly Hammy's had a chance on the left-hand side. We run out of time here, Nick. That's full time in the second team game. A big surge in the first few minutes of the second half. Enough to give Hammies the 4 points here tonight.
Yeah, I think a little bit of what's to come for the first team match later this evening. Not the biggest spectacle, but Friday night rugby nonetheless.
Yes, Hammies would have felt under the gun there at times, their own worst enemies. But in the second team game, the tail of the tape is Hamilton's 12, Villagers 3. Similarly close to their game at the end of March. And Hammy's come away with it. And this is the appetizer, of course, for the main event that is coming up.